Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In case you're new here, my name is Brittany and I make videos on beauty, fashion, and lifestyle. So today's video is going to be a natural spring makeup look. We are going to be testing out Milk makeup products, and those are the Hydro Grip Primer, the Lip and Cheek Stick, the Bronzer Stick, and the Kush Mascara. I have been testing these products for a while now, and so I thought it would be a good time to incorporate it into a look that you can achieve. So if you'd like to know how I get this makeup look, keep watching. Okay, so we are up close and personal here. Right away, I'm going to go ahead and moisturize my face. We are using my usual Cerave. By the way, I will have all products listed down below, just in case I don't mention them in the video. Okay, then next on our list is the makeup primer. And I am actually using just a tester here because I didn't know if I was gonna like it enough. And that's what I recommend. If you don't know if you're gonna like a product, then just get a tester. This is the Milk Makeup, the Hydro Grip Primer. I have been using this for a while and I find that it's very good at holding the makeup for extended periods of time. However, if you watch to the end of my video, you will see a follow-up wear test, which I did previously to making this video. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned to the end of the video. So you can tell it's quite smooth, it glides onto the skin. Again, it doesn't feel sticky and it doesn't feel there's a layer of product on my skin. It does have a little bit of a kind of plasticky smell, which I'm not a huge fan of. Now I'm going to move into applying some foundation. This is just the L'Oreal True Match Cushion. It's a little bit darker, so I thought that it would be good to use now that I'm self-tanning. Okay, so I'm just using a damp beauty blender. So I'm really just dabbing that into the product and applying it onto my skin. Foundation. So after applying your foundation, you really want to make sure that you are focusing in on your areas that are either red or things like that. And so I like to go in with some concealer and just make sure that I'm brightening up these areas because it's a spring look and I don't know if that's too dark. You can go ahead and apply that trick here that I showed in my TikTok hacks video. You just want to make sure that you're brightening your under eyes, really going to accentuate those points of my face that I want to be lighter, because that's going to really allow you to make your face look brighter and awake, and that's what we want to look like in the springtime. I mean, we kind of want to look like that always, but especially in the springtime. I'm just going ahead and concealing any blemishes. You want to make sure that you're using a concealer that is the same color as your skin tone or as the foundation for your blemishes and things like that, but lighter concealer when you're using things like under the eyes or on the bridge of your nose if you want to highlight those points. So just go ahead and conceal those points. So once we kind of feel like we're at a point where we look bright and everything's concealed, this is like a very crucial step because you want to make sure that you have a good canvas to work off of, especially when we're using cream products, because cream products like to blend into the skin. I'm gonna go ahead and start applying the bronzer, and I'm just going to be using a rounded, quite stiff, it's actually an eyeshadow brush, but we are going to be using it just to place the product. You want to make sure that I wouldn't use the top of this Milk makeup stick. So you want to make sure that you're putting this bronzer in places that you want to contour. This means what areas of your face do you really want sculpted out. I don't really feel like I have that great of a cheekbone, so I want to sculpt out these parts. I'm going to put a little bit at the top of my forehead just to kind of bring things in and kind of create a little bit of depth onto my face. You can even put it a little bit in the crease of your eye and along the nose if you want to make it a little bit slimmer. Some people actually do it underneath their bottom lip and around the jawline just to make sure that, you know, you're not getting that double chin or anything, and so it's just a good way to deceive the eye. I'm gonna go ahead and put it directly onto my brush. What I kind of like to do is just like make this really weird duck face. You can kind of see where your cheekbones are, and basically you want to be following that line all the way up to your ear. Don't drag it in too much to your lips, and it doesn't necessarily have to be like a perfect line because we're gonna be blending this out. And one thing that I've noticed with this product is that it's really great at blending. Putting any excess product along the bridge of my nose. I'm gonna go ahead and do that as well at the top of my forehead, just lightly. I love this one. I don't really have a defined jawline, and you can kind of just like lift your face up like this, and you can start to see that natural curve. So, and then I'm just gonna put the rest a little bit into my creases. Okay, so once we're done with the bronzer, just like to take a beauty blender, or you can take a brush, you're just really going to feather it out. You're going to tap, you're going to, in an upwards motion, because we don't wanna pull it down, because we wanna make sure that the cheekbone is lifted. And don't be fooled, because I have more light on this side of my face and not on this side of the face, so it may look like one side's darker than the other, but basically you just want to make sure that it's evenly bronzed on both sides of your face. Now do what you gotta do and blend it out. When in doubt, blend it out. That's my motto. For this, blending it in, you don't want to put it on top of your face. You want to make sure that it's really like below, because this portion right here from your contour line down should be your skin tone. So next, what we're going to do is set using the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. It's a cult fave for a reason. Okay, I'm just gonna again put that on my beauty blender. I'm gonna put this underneath my eyes because I don't want anything to crease along the nose, smile lines. And what's really gonna make this bronzer pop, and that's what we want, is the fact that we're going to put our setting powder underneath our bronzer. So we're just gonna leave that on our face. And for the eyes, what I'm going to do is just apply a beige eyeshadow that's just got a little bit of shimmer in it. Using a fluffy brush here, tap off any excess so it's not gonna go on your face. And we're just gonna apply this on our eyelid, underneath the crease where we put that bronzer in. And you can kind of drag it into the corner. Once it's done packed in, take whatever's excess and just kind of slightly move it in to the inner corner of your eye. From there, we are going to go ahead and do our eyelashes. And for our mascara today, we are going to be using the Milk Makeup Kush Mascara. Now, it's an interesting mascara because it is supposed to have cannabis oil in it. However, what the oil is supposed to do is help the product stick to the lashes so that there isn't any fallout. Now, if you're interested in seeing if this works, remember at the end of the video, I have a wear test so you can see how this mascara holds up. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply this. Ooh, before we do that, and I've been clearly watching too many English-speaking YouTube videos, we're gonna curl our eyelashes. This is probably one of the most underrated products. It's gonna help you look awake, and it's gonna help with achieving this fresh, natural look. Okay, so after you're totally finished curling your eyelashes and you're basically about to cry, and don't even have a Q-tip, okay, we're gonna go ahead and apply a few coats of mascara. This is quite a traditional wand, which most people like. It kind of has a little bit of a tapering at the end. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. Next, what we're going to be doing is our eyebrows. Now for this one, I'm just going to be using my normal eyebrow pencil, which is just the Revlon Color Stay Brow Pencil. It's just a twist, so I'm gonna twist up some product and I'm gonna put some product on my brush. And you wanna just use feather-like strokes to fill in your eyebrows, like so, and then take whatever product and you're just going to make sure you kind of carve out the bottom to give it a little bit more definition, and then just feather up. All right, next eye. The next thing that we're going to do is take off our setting powder. Don't forget to take off your setting powder, people, because I'm speaking from experience where I've gone into my car and I've realized that I have like white powder everywhere, and I'm like, dang it, I forgot to take off my setting powder. So just go ahead and wipe off any of that setting powder. For the second final step, we're going to be using the Milk Makeup Cheek Stick, Cheek and Lip Stick, or Lip and Cheek Stick, and this is in color Work. So we're going to work this into our cheekbones. You can just use your finger. So I'm just gonna apply it to the top, and it's gonna warm up the product into your fingers, and then we're gonna be applying it to our cheekbones. And I have been testing this product out for a while now, and I have found that you can go a little bit more liberal on the product than you might think that you can. You can tell right away it starts to melt, which is really nice. We're gonna go ahead and just apply it to our cheekbone. So again, we're gonna kind of make that weird looking face, and find our cheekbone and then just dot it on the cheekbone and blend it up into our hairline. Cream products are really nice because they are buildable, but they make your skin look really fresh. And so that's one side. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side. I'm gonna show you what it looks like on your lips as well. So again, same thing, applying a little bit on my finger and applying it to my lips. Really love this color. It's a nice pink with a little bit of a mauvey neutral undertone. I did bring out lip liner. I may just go ahead and just apply a little bit to give them a little bit more definition. I find when I'm using cream products on my lips, it tends to get kind of blurred out. This is the Essence Soft Contouring in Big Proposal number 8, and I'm just gonna go ahead and do the bottom and then just a little bit around the Cupid's bow. And I just like to kind of bring things in, so I'll just kind of fill in a little bit. You can also go ahead and apply some powdered bronzer. This is the Butter Bronzer. So I'm just gonna use a fluffy brush here, just apply some product and just kind of define a little bit. Last step in all of this is going to be to apply some highlighter. And this I feel like is a step that you can't miss out on. I'm just using it's the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Highlight in Opal. So I'm just gonna use just an angled brush here. This stuff goes a long way. I'm just going to apply this to the top of my cheekbones. And then I'm just gonna go on the bridge of my nose with any excess, and then just take just a little bit on your finger and on top of your Cupid's bow. But I do have a wear test little clip that I wanted to include just in case you're wondering how these products hold up over an 8-hour period. So I'll insert those clips now, about probably 8:30 at night right now, so sorry if the lighting's a little bit off. I just wanted to give you a bit of an update. I feel like the primer really held up. The only thing that I will say is that along my smile lines, the product is getting a little bit broken up. A little bit around my nose, but not anything too crazy. The blush, I feel like I could have probably put on some more. The bronzer, I really like. I feel like it accentuated my cheekbones, and the mascara, for the most part, I'm actually really impressed with it. A little bit of fallout on the lower kind of lash line there. And my pet peeve with mascara is if there's any smudging on the lower lash line. I feel like there's a little bit right there and right there. I don't want to be too picky, but that is a con of the mascara. I'm really loving how this look turned out, and I am actually really enjoying using the Milk Makeup products. It's a brand that I haven't tried before, but I feel like their products are perfect for when you want a look that is fresh, and it's just gonna give you a different look than using powdered products. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. I'd love to have you around, and we'll see you in my next video.